What if someone could convince you you're sick, even if you're perfectly fine? This ancient tale from Rumi is a mind-blowing lesson on the power of suggestion, perception, and how easily the human mind can be influenced. Stay with me, because the hidden messages at the end will leave you speechless. Hi, I'm Masi, reviving the ancient Persian wisdom to enrich our modern lives. Once upon a time, in a small town, there was a teacher, strict, disciplined, and never absent. His students were exhausted. They craved a break, but the teacher seemed unstoppable. No sick days, no rest, just endless lessons. Until one student, sharper than the rest, had an idea. What if they could make the teacher believe he was sick, just by using the power of suggestion? The plan was simple. Each student, as they walked into the class, would look at the teacher and say something like, "Master, are you all right? You don't seem well today." They just wanted to plant the seed of doubt. If enough people say it, maybe he would start to believe it. The next morning, they waited for their brilliant classmate to go in first. He walked into the class, looked at the master, and with genuine concern said, "Master, are you all right? You look pale today." The teacher frowned and said, "I feel fine. What nonsense is this? Go sit down." The second student stepped in. He looked at the teacher and said, "Your eyes look sunken. Your face looks yellow. What's wrong, sir?" As each student echoed the same concern, his confidence began to crumble. His certainty had vanished. He started to feel dizzy and unsure. Was he sweating? Was his vision blurry? His body started to tremble. Was he really sick and too busy to notice? He started to feel angry, weak, and even blaming his wife for not noticing his illness. The student's words had become symptoms. The master rushed home in a panic, ordering the students to follow him. His wife greeted him with confusion, wondering why he was back so early. He snapped, "I'm sick, can't you see? These students notice and they are worried about me. But you don't care about me. Do you hate me that much?" His wife was confused. She said, "You look fine." But the master had already believed the lies. The schoolboys quietly took their places around the room, pretending to study, but secretly watching their plan unfold. The master's wife wanted to bring a mirror. She told him, "Look at yourself. You look fine. There's nothing wrong with you." But the master refused. He accused her and her mirror of lying. He ordered his bed made, convinced that he was going to die. Wrapped in blankets, he groaned and moaned. Even while lying in bed, the master insisted that the schoolboys keep studying and reading loudly. The students saw that they couldn't get rid of him, so the clever boy had another idea. Suddenly, he stood up and declared, "Master, our voices are giving you a headache. Is it worth for the small fee that you earn from teaching us, risking your health?" The master groaned. "You're right. My head is splitting. Leave me. Go home, all of you." The schoolboys bowed, faking sadness. "We'll pray for your recovery, master," hiding their joy. But once they ran out, they were like birds freed from the cage. Their mothers weren't amused seeing them back from school so early. They accused the children of skipping classes, but the children swore that the master had fallen ill. The next morning, the mothers went to visit the master and make sure their children didn't die. As they arrived at the master's house, they saw him wrapped in blankets, preparing for his death. The mothers wouldn't believe their eyes. The master had never fallen ill before. But the master told them, "I wasn't aware that I was sick either, until your kids brought that to my attention. I was so committed and busy with my work that I had forgotten about myself. Now, what just happened here? You might smile at the schoolboy's clever trick, but the true magic of this tale lies in what it reveals about us, how easily our minds can be influenced and how we can protect ourselves. Let's break down the powerful life lessons this tale teaches us. Repetition shapes reality. The master wasn't sick until he heard he was. Just like the master, we often mistake the external noise for our internal truth. That's how self-doubt creeps in, not from facts, but from echoes, especially by people we trust the most. If you keep hearing you're never enough or you're too much, at first you defend yourself, but over time you start internalizing those echoes and beliefs. You start second-guessing yourself, suppress your feelings, and don't express your feelings anymore. You silence yourself, not because they were right, but because the repetition rewrote your truth. When you don't have a strong inner compass, you'll follow whatever voice is the loudest. When you lack self-awareness, you're open to suggestion, both good and bad. Suggestibility is the tendency to accept and act on what others suggest. The teacher's lack of self-check made him vulnerable to outside influence, manipulation, and gaslighting. Self-knowledge isn't just a spiritual advice, it's survival, as there was also a subtle power reversal in this tale. Students gained power over the authority figure just by using suggestion. Just because many people say it doesn't make it right. The teacher didn't believe he was sick at first, but as more and more students joined in and suggested it, he started believing. That's how easily we trade our internal signals for external approval. From peer pressure to cancel culture, we have seen it. The louder the external noise, the quieter our instincts become. The master never took a break until the universe found a way to force one. This reflects toxic productivity. When people ignore their needs, nature or others find a way to force rest. The body always sends the bill. Even casual comments carve deep beliefs. Students used verbal cues repeatedly, acting as a stimulus, eventually conditioning their teacher's physical and emotional response. They simply suggested, yet those harmless words rewired their teacher's truth. Gaslighting doesn't have to seem malicious. Subtle remarks, even from the well-meaning people, can shape someone's self-image or confidence without us realizing. Every word you say either builds someone up or breaks them down. Speak like it matters, because it does. If this video made you think, pause, or smile, please give it a like, share it with someone who needs a reminder, and don't forget to subscribe for more Persian tales decoded for our modern lives. Until next time, stay wise and stay well.